All right, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Man, look at Oracle today. Oracle looks good. It is the first trading day of 2026. We're here. I didn't know if I was going to stream today, to be honest, and then I accidentally scheduled my my settings to private. We're here. But we're here. Show must go on. Happy New Year to all my friends here. Yeah, let's hope 2026 is good. Well, it's one of those days where you just didn't feel like getting up. I just don't feel like getting up today. But I'm here. What's up, Jacob, Ray, R, VA, Womble, Tony, Brian, Halo, Todd. What's up, guys? Good morning. Nike is doing good today too, up to 64s. I bought it at 57s last week. Looks good. Google up to 317s today. We do have some news going out this morning. Yeah, we do have some news playing here. News is specifically Google came out as a key investment focus amid big AI dynamics. Infrastructure companies like Vertiv and Arista are outpacing major AI firms in growth. Multiple analysts recommending Google and Alphabet alongside other AI leaders. Berkshire Hathaway is acquiring a stake in Alphabet while reducing Apple holdings, and Alphabet potentially overtaking Nvidia as the world's largest company by 2026, according to some, through custom TPU offerings. Palantir also received a strong buy rating based on its 114 rule of 40 score, 121% year-over-year U.S. commercial revenue growth, and rapid AI platform industrialization, with a number 2 buy ranking from Zacks and 88 rating under Valadia's twin momentum investment model. So you can see AI stocks are doing good today. Nvidia up to almost 190s, hit 190s earlier. Palantir sitting at 181s right now, but it is gapping up as well. A lot of AI names are gapping up, but they've been down over the last few weeks here. Since the early December, Palantir's been dipping, but it's back up to 181s. You can also see Nvidia here on the top. It's slightly green on the day, but again, it's been dipping down since October, really. So we'll see if these help move these. The Prologis CEO says that energy is key for data centers. That's obvious, though. Yeah, Tesla is previewing a drop in its quarter 4 deliveries, and I believe Tesla deliveries come out today at 9 a.m. this morning. I think we get Tesla deliveries at 9 o'clock this morning. Hey, what's up, Freddie? Yeah, prosperity, health to you as well. Thank you. Silver, on the other hand, if we take a look at it, back up to 73, still down, but still down from its highs, but still making runs. And it's back up to almost 75. I'm watching silver for sure today. Gold as well. Gold sitting at 4,400 still. Bitcoin back up to 89,500. So Bitcoin's back running. Gold's back up a little bit here. C3 AI did show some good numbers here, and I think it's gapping up a little bit as well, even though it's at $13. No big catalyst, but their latest quarter showed good bookings, strong Fed deals, although they did cut their guidance. Let me check. Any news on Intel? Not that I see, not recent news. Okay. Yeah, the FOMC meeting is going to be at the end of January, though. If we take a look at yields, Yields are up since the last time I looked at them. They're at 4.157, almost 4.16%. They are down a little bit today, but for January, they are elevated from where they were at the end of December. In December, they were at basically 4.1%. They're now at 4.15, almost 4.2%. So yields are higher. If we take a look at the Fed Watch tool, still 85.15 likely of a pause in January unless we get something changing some of this economic data. Now, remember, it's Friday today. It feels like a Monday, but it is Friday right now. Yeah, it feels like a Monday, but it's Friday. President's tweeting. He tweeted, White House doctors have reported that I am in perfect health and that I aced for the third straight time my cognitive examination. Outside of that, I mean, we got some news, but we're still kind of in that ghost period of markets where a lot of stuff is closed. I think a lot of stuff actually opened up this morning, though. Some of these news sources have been down. Yeah, Tesla delivery numbers are going to come out at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. Expectations are for 422,000, 423K roughly. Quarter over quarter. We're going to look at some of those numbers as well. But yeah, Tesla deliveries 9 o'clock this morning. Yeah, it's Friday. It feels like a Monday. What's up? What's up, Mimi, Petros, Silver? Yeah, Silver's. I mean, it's up a little bit this morning here. It opened the day at about 70. It's at 73s, almost 74s right now for silver. We will trade it if we get some good price action. I don't really hate the price action on the NASDAQ either. Holding at my levels. We're watching the NASDAQ. We'll trade that if we find some good stuff too. Yeah, so we'll cover the Tesla delivery numbers. Figure everything else out. Do a poll here today. I don't think we've done a poll yet. Are you bullish or bearish on today's price action? Let me know. Yeah, there's the link. Vote on that poll. Yeah, I forgot to schedule the stream. I scheduled it. For some reason, it went private. But we do have something going on today. We got Tesla deliveries going live at 9 a.m. See what that looks like. But we still got about, what is it? We got an hour and a half until Tesla deliveries come out. At 9 a.m. I think that's probably the big thing today. The main event of the day is Tesla delivery numbers. Outside of that, I don't think we have any economic data to guide us this week so far yet. We got manufacturing PMI 945. Next week, though, we got ADP non-farm employment. We got JOLTS job openings. We got ISM services data. We got jobless claims. And then we have the labor report for December. Last time they came in at 64,000 jobs. We also have the unemployment rate. Last time it came in at 4.6%. That is next Friday. So that's big next week. We got some stuff going on. And then the week after that, I'm pretty sure we get CPI data the week after that. So yeah, I appreciate it, Reels. Thank you, man. Again, it might be a slower day. It's a Friday. Market's been closed. Oh, I'm awake though. I drank my coffee, so I'm here. But Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Looking at our poll, 61% are bullish, 39% are bearish. Yeah, happy New Year, guys. We got S&P manufacturing PMI today, but it's the slower one. So ISM data, the Institute of Supply Management, is usually the largest purchasing managers index report that we get. Today's is just the S&P Global. It's not going to move markets too much. It usually doesn't, at least. Maybe it does, but it usually is not going to move that much. So. Yeah, we got Q4 delivery numbers coming out. A lot of people, even Tesla themselves, think they're going to be kind of low. So we'll see what Tesla delivery numbers show. No, I didn't see it. What list of companies about to lay off? Yeah, so a lot of tech stocks have the first green day of 2026, which is good. Bitcoin again just under 90,000 as well. That's good. It's back up there. Silver rebounding a little bit for the first day of 2026. Again, $90,000 wall is what a lot of people are talking about for Bitcoin and crypto, though. I'm trying to dig deeper and see it on the list. But all the companies about to lay off. I mean, sometimes markets react well to layoffs just because better margins. Not always the case, but especially the last few years, we've seen companies lay off people and go up from it. This looks like a short right now on the NASDAQ here. I'm thinking about shorting this. What do you guys think? Maybe it's too late. If we retrace back up, I'll short it. Although we do have higher lows and higher highs, I guess. That $700 level, rejecting it. All right, we'll try. It's a little early to take big positions, but we will try. India has reportedly requested weekly data disclosure from its refiners relating to oil purchased from Russia and the U.S., according to Reuters. Try to see any other big breaking news here. Still quiet. It's a Friday. It's the first day of 2026, but it is still Ghost Week here. All right, so I am short. I'm probably gonna add. I think it's a really small trade. We don't have much favorable price action. There we go. There we go. I covered a lot of this here. If we break down a little bit more now. Yeah, I'm not an investment professional, guys. It's a new year. Don't copy me. Not liable if you lose money. Crypto is overdue for a rally. Seen it on Reddit. Yeah, I'm trying to dig more deeper into it. So Newsweek compiled a list of companies laying off employees in January using public WARN records covering 100 plus employers that are planning cuts this year. Large cap and brands included FedEx, Amazon, GM, Nike Retail, TJ Maxx, Nordstrom Rack, Cheesecake Factory, Post Consumer Brands, Providence Health, Wells Fargo, Huntington National Bank, Synopsys, Spirit Airlines, and more. It also includes a list of regional hospitals, logistic firms, manufacturers, restaurants, education, and nonprofits. Planned layoffs with 60-day notice, not all hitting on the same day, but front loading into Q1. All right, and we're short here. I'll hold these last two contracts. We've already taken some profits, so we'll sit on this. Normally a big event happens after New Year's. We don't really have any big events. I mean, we have Tesla deliveries today. That's probably the biggest one. But it's slow. It's Friday. Markets have been closed, and it's Friday today, so a lot of people are just gonna take the day off, I think. That's how it goes. I almost did. Maybe I should have. Might add more to the short position here. I'm not time to projected this. It's small. It's such a small range. We'll add to this though if we go back green. Maybe 680s down here. Add a little bit to it. Hey, do me a favor, hit that like button. We appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button as well. It's Ghost Week, so we haven't had a lot of data the last 2 weeks again. Basically just because markets have been closed. Alright, so now we're red here. I don't know what we're going to do. The range is still so small. The day. I want to give a chance to break down. Maybe I'll add one. Here. Yeah, Lane might be mad he left the Bulldogs because they're doing good. Yeah, look at that Tesla here. Here's gold and silver. Tesla's been making some moves too, though. I mean, it's green on the day. It went all the way up to 463s. It's back down to 450s right now. So it's moving some for sure on the day. But, and again, still 85-15 likely of a rate cut. Tesla did put some delivery consensus out, though, which is abnormal for Tesla. The Tesla released this on December 29th. It shows the median delivery numbers are at 420,000 roughly, which is lower year to year. This is down year to year for Tesla deliveries, but it shows the median at 420, 399. I can trade Tesla right now. I kind of want to buy the dip in some of these stocks. I might cut some of this position. I just added to it, bro. How many times am I doing that? Buy Nvidia. I think it's at a good like dip buy level. I just bought some Nvidia here, day trade. I need more than this, hold on. Alright, so I'm gonna add to Nvidia here. I gotta get out of this trade. Luckily, this is a, oh wait, this is a Combine account. So I could just add to this right now. A little risky to do so. I'm gonna see if we reject here at 700. It's like a cup and handle. Or head and shoulders. Don't. If this wasn't a Combine, I would not do this. We'll switch to our funded account after this trade. Hopefully it goes good. Still got to build up. I have like $1,000 in cushion. This looks maybe news related though. We'll try it. We'll go max size here, see if we can get the other couple bucks in. Let me make sure there's no news coming out right now. Finland police say they've made progress in an investigation. Japan's Prime Minister Takashi and the president had a phone call. According to Kyodo. Gold is plummeting. Gold's alright right now. Silver's back up today too. If you look at the broader trend, they're mostly sideways, but silver's down a little bit. Highs. Mostly sideways. Alright, so we're almost green in this trade, although I don't like where my green level is. Let's take some off here. We're about flat. I can get out basically flat right here. And let the rest ride. Go back in. Alright, so remember, we bought Nvidia here. I don't know if it's big enough size to really do anything, though. I'll probably have to take some larger size here. We'll add a little bit more to it. $100 shares. Gold down on the day? I thought it was green. I assumed it was green because silver is green. Gold's green on the day too. Gold opened up the day at around 43.30, so it's at 43.90. So gold is green on the day. Silver's green on the day as well. Silver previous closing price is just right around $71 an ounce for silver. It's at 73.50, so it's green on the day also. It's kind of a sideways day, though. We don't have a lot going on. We do have Tesla delivery numbers in about an hour. I think, right? Yeah, about an hour for Tesla deliveries. Try to see if this is news related. Let me know if you guys see any news. Markets driving microchips up. But I don't see anything yet. Like silver margin requirements, but yeah, I heard that about silver. Again, silver started to dip down. About flat in this trade though. Let's see if it goes down for us. We did buy the Nvidia dip. There we go. Back to green here on this trade. Let's see if we break down some more. The $700 is right here. I don't want this to act as support, and it might. Yeah, news is still pretty light this morning. I think the big thing is Tesla deliveries. Again, Japanese Prime Minister Takaichi and U.S. President have reportedly held a phone call, according to Kyodo. What China deal? Are you talking about the export restrictions for silver? So silver restricting exports of physical silver in China? There is that going on. Again, that's kind of what's helping drive some of this move. How do you guys think the year's gonna be? Again, gold and silver open with gains. If we get some breakdowns. Yeah, SpaceX, OpenAI, and Anthropic are all going to IPO this year, most likely, which is going to be interesting. I mean, I think all three of those can get big numbers. There we go. All right, we're going to start unloading some of these trades here. I want to unload or add a little bit to this. There we go. We'll leave it there. Hey, Happy New Year, Faye. San Francisco Mayor. Crypto quantum chips all the way. CS News yesterday. Trying to advance against AI tech, but that should have had nothing to do with the US markets. Yeah, I'm looking at the news right now. It's still pretty light. I mean, crypto news, Bitcoin's trading at around 89,500. It is Friday, so we might have some crypto options expiries. This year's going to be wild, huge things in both directions. Yeah, Bitcoin is struggling to get over 90,000. It went up to 89.8, and it's all the way back down to 89.5, so it's struggling to get over and hold there. We'll see if it does, but that's what it's trying to do. All right, so again, we're in this trade. I'm looking at this resistance level of 700. I want to see if this continues to 25.7 is rejected, and markets have kind of respected this this level a little bit earlier, but I want to see if it rejects it. We also have the 200 exponential at 710. The range is still kind of small, but again, we're going into the hour where we got Tesla delivery numbers at 9 a.m. So we'll see what those look like, but we do have Tesla deliveries at 9 o'clock. It's some type of data release that might influence Tesla and in turn the rest of the market, since Tesla is a Mag 7 stock. Where does Bitcoin bottom out within the next year? I have no idea. I hope it goes up. That's all I know. It goes up. Way to go buy Google. Yeah, Google's one of the stocks that's really green on the day here. It had some news about companies this morning. Google had some news specifically where it's a key investment amid broader AI sector dynamics. Companies like Vertiv and Arista outpacing major AI firms in growth, and multiple analysts are recommending Alphabet alongside other AI leaders. Berkshire Hathaway is potentially acquiring an Alphabet stake while reducing Apple holdings, and Alphabet is potentially overtaking Nvidia as the world's largest company by this year through custom TPU offering potential. So Google's up on some news. We also had Nvidia unveil a Mercedes-Benz deal. Netflix NFL broadcasts for Christmas Day broke viewership records, with the Detroit Lions Minnesota Vikings game drawing 27.5 million viewers and peaking over 30 million. Apple is now scaling back their Vision Pro production and cutting digital advertising spend by about 95% due to weak consumer demand. And again, Tesla registration showed diverging European trends. Warren Buffett, also in his final interview as CEO, said that Berkshire has the best odds of any company for lasting a century, according to CNBC. Yeah, we're kind of slowly taking some profit on this trade here just because it's been so choppy. We'll leave 20 contracts here to sit. Yeah, we'll see if Tesla deliveries really move things. That's what I'm watching now. That's kind of the big story of the day. This trade is going well, though. We'll start to take some profit off here. Or so good. Good thing we did because it just popped up fast. We'll hold the rest close to break even here and get out, but very choppy price action today. Yeah, Nvidia, Micron, Intel, and other semiconductors are up around 2 to 4% in pre-market. One of the reasons is the strong Asia tech trading spilling into U.S. markets. Again, Tesla's up around 2%. EO are also up. NIO stock. Europe stock 600 is at record highs. The UK FTSE 100 ETF just crossed 10,000 for the first time. South Korea's Kospi and Hong Kong's Hang Seng are also hitting new records on tech strength. Yeah, I mean, the narrow trading bands today, like the slow market today, is just because we had a holiday and then it's Friday today. So I'm gonna try to short this again around 700. See if 700 rejects it. We have a cushion. Again, Google's up. Here's Tesla on the top one. Tesla at 450s. There's a shortage of solid state drive memory. I'm gonna add to this just because we're going up to the 200 exponential and we have a cushion on the day now, but it's a risky add. Love to see us reject back down under 700s. Go. Tesla will crash soon. BYD. Anything that looks like a good buy today? I did buy a little bit of Nvidia on the day. I'm in about 100 shares small, but you guys think it's going to hold? All right, I'm going to unload a lot of this right here. Go. I'll cover some more. If this all holds now. Again, oil, if we take a look at oil, silver is elevated on the day, but it's still not up. Oil's still down. Oil's at $57 a barrel. I'm going to cover here now. Nice cushion on the day, shorting some of this. BYD. Yeah, I don't really see any BYD symbol. I thought they had a symbol for the US market. Maybe I was wrong. But yeah, oil down a little bit to 57s again. Really weak for oil the last year, really. Oil's gone from $80 a barrel down to 57 so far. In 2025, it went from about $80 a barrel. Started the year at about 70, went to 80, now it's down to 57s. A very weak year for oil in 2025. Yeah, under 60 is not good. They want to keep oil between, what is it, like 67 and $80 a barrel or something like that. I can't remember the exact price, but it's something like that. They want to keep it within a range where it's cheap enough where people start to afford it, but it's not so cheap to where their margins are bad, right? At a certain point, it's not profitable anymore. And so there's an incident, like they want oil between, I think it's like $67 a barrel and 80, right around 80 is what I think it is. I might be wrong though. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong there, and I might be, but yeah. Oh, dude, don't even get started with that, Chris. I'm just ready for Ghost Week to end. It's been boring. We do have this triangle pattern here, though, in the NASDAQ. Look at this. You know? Maybe that's not the best drawn triangle, but it looks, got some movement here. 6-minute timeout on that one. Yeah, I mean, look, I've got an 11-year-old son, so I know how it goes. I hear those words too much. You know? What's their sweet spot for oil? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, we got Tesla delivery numbers at 9 a.m. Yeah, so if it's below $55 to $60, producers get squeezed, rig counts fall, and supply growth stalls. Above $80 or $90, consumers, importers, and central banks get nervous about inflation and demand destruction. The policy pressure and demand elasticity start pushing back. So they want it really, again, sweet spot's probably around 70s, where they're still making money from it. There's still demand from it. There's not really much kickback. So let me put it in live chat. Yeah, again, so we're supposed to have Tesla delivery numbers here at 9 o'clock in the morning, 9 a.m. Again, the delivery estimates came out. 414,000 is what a couple people have estimated for Tesla delivery numbers. Yeah, the oil. I'm gonna add a little bit more to Nvidia here. Add it a little bit more. I mean, we're very green on the day, to be honest, driven by Oracle, silver, our treasury bills. It may look bullish, but remember the people who want to sell on this side of the year for tax purposes haven't sold yet because all the buyers who sold red have already bought back in. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do here. I kind of want to short this again. 200 exponential again. Rejected the NASDAQ right here. We're under 700 Taiwan Semiconductors. If we rebound back up, I might short a little bit. Oh my gosh, this guy's rapping. Again, markets are slow right now. There's not much going on. Yeah, today does seem sketchy. I might short this if we get a little bounce up here, but I'm looking to find trade ideas, but I am in Nvidia. We'll see if it holds. Gold push. Yeah, I mean, gold's up a little bit. Silver. There's gold at 4400s. I'm gonna try to short this now. Got about a $300 cushion on this account right now, so we got the room. Do it. Give it a second. Just looks weak right here. I want to see if it rejects. I might be wrong. Don't copy me. Not an investment professional. The range is still pretty slight on the day, though. Meta's green. It's at 664s. Oracle's really green. I'm in Oracle, remember. Oracle's up to 197. It's almost 200. My average price in Oracle from, I don't remember when I bought Oracle, but my average price is 182s. 82. Yeah, I'm gonna sell some of this, or keep adding to this accidentally here. I think I got a cushion. Yeah, I mean, gold is doing okay here. I mean, look, if you look at gold, it's at 4400s. All-time high in gold is now 4580s. Still got a little ways to get all-time highs, but it's not that far. All-time highs, we hit that last Friday, about a week ago. We got some time. I did buy Nvidia on this dip. Again, Tesla deliveries are supposed to come out in about 50 minutes. Yeah, I've done that a couple times today where I've added to shorts accidentally. I think it might work out though. I believe it's gonna work out. Again, I got a cushion on the day, so I'll be alright no matter. Hey, Happy New Year, Baynard. Oh, I might have to start cutting this here. We start to rip. Hey, Happy New Year, Bo. There, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it. Again, small. We'll switch to our actual funded account and we'll see how this goes. Again, obviously on our funded account, we're gonna trade much smaller. We are starting to get a pop here though. Let's see what this is. Nvidia is starting to rebound back up. We did buy this Nvidia dip. And here's Tesla. ESM rebounding a little bit too. Yeah, with shorting, it's all backwards, so you kind of miss it. All right, guys, but again, Tesla delivery numbers. You guys think Tesla delivery numbers are going to come in higher or lower than expected? They pre-published Wall Street's consensus, which showed about a 15% year-over-year decline in Q4 deliveries, which is rare, and set expectations very specifically. If the actual numbers come in higher than that, obviously we might get some good moves. So believe it or not, I said no, I'm not going to get faked out. I jumped in this short. Kind of liquidating some of this as it goes down. Yeah, so again, 15% year-over-year decline in Tesla Q4 deliveries, rare. If the actual number comes in better than the lowered bar, shorts and underweight funds can get squeezed potentially. If it misses, it reinforces the slowdown in EVs and hits sentiment across the EV space as a whole. So higher or lower numbers. The AI news is regarding... Find it. I think it's regarding Google. Gonna come in under. Yeah, so markets repricing a multi-year AI hardware boom. Baidu's AI chip IPO plans plus new $1 trillion industry forecast. So Baidu just confirmed it will spin off its AI chip arm via Hong Kong IPO, and the stock is ripping up. It's lifting AI sentiment globally. Reports and briefings this week highlight that Taiwan Semiconductors has effectively sold out into 2026, and Nvidia scrambling to meet the H200 demand. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with their own estimates. We usually cover Tesla deliveries, but with all this stuff going on, we'll have to wait and see what happens. I'm not sure. I think it's very rare that Tesla publishes its own estimates. And I'm going to short this again. We have another cushion on the day now. But yeah, it's very rare that Tesla puts out their own estimates. And so if Tesla deliveries come in lower than the 15% year-over-year estimates that they projected, obviously this could be really bad for microchips. Or no, for EVs. There's a lot of talk about an EV slowdown. We're going to start covering this here. There's a lot of talk about an EV slowdown. And so if Tesla numbers come in super, super low, that might reinforce that dynamic of EVs slowing down. Do you guys think there's an EV slowdown? Sorry, I'm taking more profit off of this. Robotaxi. Yeah, Robotaxi dynamic is going to be big too, but we don't have earnings for Tesla until the end of January, the end of this month. I believe is when it comes out. Let me see. I believe it's like the 20-something of January. Let me check earnings. Regarding earnings, I think it's going to be mid-January is what I expect. Yeah, it's going to be Tesla has earnings. It's going to be mid-January. I don't see when Tesla's confirmed date is yet, but it's going to be mid-January for Tesla earnings. Oh man, I look the other way and we get squeezed out of this trade. Luckily, we're still pretty green, but I probably shouldn't have traded today, realistically. Look how sideways the market is right now, man. I mean, it's the first day. It's Friday. Markets are going to be closed. It's kind of a sketchy day to trade altogether, I would say. Now we're definitely down on this. But oh. I might reduce some of my size on Nvidia as well. Here, let's take some off. Try to remove some, but for whatever reason, it only filled me in one contract or one share. Oh, now. All right, there we go. Yeah, January 28th. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, Tesla earnings. We'll see what they look like. Again, earnings season coming through. It's been a little slow for Ghost Week, which is the last few weeks of December and the first week of January. Oh man, I should have held that short. Yeah, the last few weeks of January or of December are usually very slow for markets, and then the first week of January can be as well. Although we have some stuff next week that might move things. Next week is the week ending January 9th. And again, we got the labor report a week from now on Friday, which obviously is going to be a big catalyst, I think. We have jobless claims Thursday. We have the non-farm employment numbers for the month by ADP on Wednesday next week. We have ISM services and I think manufacturing next week. Usually they're all the same week. So I think we have ISM services and manufacturing next week as well. So we got some stuff going on next week. But yeah, you're probably looking at that rogue candle that got filled right here. It's not an actual weak candle. This is usually... So what happens here is like a random order will get filled, dragging the price down to some ridiculous level and then back up. And so it's just a rogue order getting filled, random order getting filled that kind of influences the price in a weird way short term, but it's not real price action, if that makes sense. Yeah, so this isn't real price action. This is just a rogue order getting filled. Model Y is roughly in line. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, price action is not good. Bitcoin did just tap 89.5s though, so Bitcoin is up to 89,500. They filled a stop loss, maybe. I'm ready for the slow week to be over, bro. It feels like the government shutdown. During the government shutdown, man, I was bored. We didn't have any economic data. We didn't have anything going on. I mean, at least today we got delivery numbers, and then next week we have data coming out. So we got something. But man, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have streamed some of these days because there's just not a lot going on, especially today. Maybe I'll trade silver. That'll give me something to do. Where's silver at? Silver's trying to spike as well. Yeah. This is the Mario rap. You love us. I mean, I like hanging out with you guys. I like my sleep more, though. And so I should have slept, I think. Are we finally getting some range here? We popped up to a pretty high level. Yeah, again, I'm just waiting for Tesla delivery numbers coming out in about 12 minutes, or in about 40 minutes. I'll put a timer up. I'll put the date scroller on the bottom of the screen as well. Expectations are for... What's the expectations for Tesla deliveries? I think they're like 420 something. If I remember correctly, it's like 420. Yeah, the number's like 422 It's something like that. 422, I think is what it is. Yeah, 423. Tesla's uncompiled census was at 422, 850. I think 850. Quarter 4. Alright, got this going. Short on gold. I'm not gonna be shorting gold here. I'm good on shorting gold. There's certain things I just don't short, and gold's one of them. Bitcoin, guys, up to 89.5s. We're still in a little bit of Nvidia, but Nvidia's moving pretty choppy too. One of those days where maybe I shouldn't have gone too big here. Let's see if we pull back. I mean, we're moving in a direction like we have had higher lows. See higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher highs as well. So we are moving in a range, but what you see is the range is starting to tighten up a little bit here. Like, look at the tightening of this range. So maybe we'll break to one side clean. I'm not sure. Again, microchips are mostly green today. Here's Nvidia. Nvidia almost a 1. Silver back up to 73.40s after breaking all-time highs at 83s not that long ago. So Bitcoin really struggling to get over 90,000. Bitcoin's having a really hard time getting over 90K, and it has been. And then here's the $700 level in the NASDAQ I've been watching for a while. My Nvidia position just went green. But again, look at silver start to fall down. At 9 a.m. we got Tesla deliveries. So we have about, let me put a timer up. We have about 38 minutes. Right around when Tesla deliveries come out. Probably put up Tesla if I'm covering the delivery numbers, but and get Bloomberg and some trackers think that they're going to come in a bit higher, around 440 to 445, but the number Tesla is implicitly asking to be judged against is 423. And so that must mean that we're going to come in slightly higher than 423. What I'm assuming here. Oracle, again, I'm in Oracle at 182s. It's at 198s right now. Hey, Happy New Year, guys. Get it. Honestly, crypto might catch another winter till AI figures. Yeah, here's Tesla. I'll probably switch this here so that we could watch just Tesla deliveries that go live. And I'll show you guys if we get into some trades, but yeah, Nvidia trying to get back up there. Crypto about to take off, and it already started. I mean, Bitcoin's back up to 89.5, so I think that's a great sign. I think it kind of needs to be up. Nasdaq did break down here, so I will show you guys this trade for today. Pretty green here. I'm gonna take a little bit of this off now. See if we can hold. Tesla, MicroStrategy, IREN. Hey, good luck, bro. Those are some tough names right now in this recent market. Again, MicroStrategy specifically has had a tough year if you look at it. Yeah, I'll bring this trade back up. I'll show you guys. Oh, wait, it's still breaking down. Look at it. What do I do here? I guess I take some profit now, huh? But yeah, look at MicroStrategy. Here's Nvidia. MicroStrategy at 155.60s. But look at the long-term trend of this. 459.40s. July. Put a yearly chart up. MicroStrategy obviously has had a tough year with Bitcoin specifically. But see if it holds. Bet anyone I know my sub Bitcoin will end next week over 100,000. Let's do a poll here. Hold on, I think that's a good poll. Where will Bitcoin end next week? Over 100,000. Under 90K. I'm gonna do 90K to 100K. Somewhere else. And then we'll do under. Here, let's fix the schedule of this. Okay, so yeah. Over 100,000, 90 to 100K. 80 to 90K. And then we'll do under 80K as the last one. All right, so vote on this poll. Where will Bitcoin end next week? Strong sense that something geopolitical is happening this week. You think it'll be good for markets or bad for markets? Yeah, I'm trying to cover the news today, guys, but the news is light. I see Jim Cramer saying, after reading Michael Cymbalest's brilliant eye on the market opens just out of JP Morgan, I believe the bubble talk will be rested by a recognition that there will be an electric power gating that will keep the hyperscalers from overspending. OpenAI will be constrained by its balance sheet. Again, Japan's Prime Minister Takaichi agreed with the president for a U.S. visit in the spring, according to Kyoto. We also heard that they're going to be doing a call soon. Japan's Prime Minister as well as U.S. President are going to be getting on a call soon, what we hear. So this trade is still going really well for me. Let's see if it holds, but look at this. Yeah, we got about 30 minutes until Tesla deliveries. We'll cover them. But we'll see what they do. I'm gonna add to this now. Out of all the big trading we've done on this account today, we're pretty much flat on the day. It hasn't been like a crazy big day. What is a blast to trade? Hey, good luck, man. Yeah, gold. Wild swings. Wild swings. I keep hoping we're going to reject at 700s up here, so I keep shorting into it, but honestly, the range is pretty flat on the day. Not a lot's moving. We're still waiting for Tesla deliveries in about 30 minutes. Let's see what those look like. Nobody's buying Tesla in Europe. Better alternatives. Yeah, I mean, as well as, like, I think there's a dynamic of, realistically, there's a dynamic of, I'm going to try to say what I'm going to say. There's a political dynamic as well. People generally do not like Tesla overseas. They're going to select domestic models a lot of the time. If there are domestic models, if they're not, they're going to select different brands than Tesla overseas. I mean, I think that's pretty clear. Again, regardless of which side of this political spectrum we're on, I think you could probably agree with what I just said. You know, I still think Tesla's going to be fine. I think Tesla getting into robotics, Optimus robots, SpaceX IPO, even though it's not necessarily Tesla, but I think Tesla's going to be fine. The only thing, the big thing Tesla has going for it is self-driving. Even with brands like Rivian and others that you see, Tesla has the FSD going for it. You don't really see that in any other vehicles, which means that they're pretty far ahead of the game. And again, if you got other models that do it, other brands that do it, let me know. But I don't know if there are other brands that have the FSD like Tesla does. Again, not getting political, it's just the truth, right? Hey, what's up, Chef? Happy New Year, brother. All right, so we do have Tesla deliveries at 9 o'clock this morning. We did buy Nvidia earlier. Latest FSD is very strong, but stock-wise, I don't get emotional on trades. If their numbers suck, they go down. Yeah, Tesla moves wild percentages too. There we go. All right, we're gonna start liquidating a large chunk of this here, just because we're up so much on all of this. There we go. Yeah, we're up about $400 now on the day, which is good. Again, 25 minutes until Tesla delivery numbers. MicroStrategy is going to look bad, though, just based off of what Bitcoin has done. So, like, MicroStrategy is obviously dependent on how Bitcoin does in price. And so if Bitcoin is at its lows, not lows, but at weak levels, then MicroStrategy, obviously. Like, this year, Bitcoin retraced. If you take a look at, like, Bitcoin futures here, you know, Bitcoin has gone from opening the year at about 100,000. It's down to 90,000. It reached highs this year, but it also reached, you know, new lows. So MicroStrategy has been struggling. Even if you don't look at the price of Bitcoin, it's MicroStrategy still not necessarily in a good spot. All right, guys, so we do have Tesla delivery numbers at 9 o'clock. Still got 25 minutes left. I want to see if Nvidia bounces back. The batteries are terrible in those overseas cars. Part of me wants to here, but I'm also not sure if I should. I mean, this looks weak unless we're gonna pop all the way back up to like 7s. I think we might come down and test the lows at 680s. Not the daily lows, but the recent lows. Market's honestly gapping up and moving a little bit here. There goes Nvidia fighting its way back up. We're now green on the rest of our position. Yeah, and I'm thinking about shorting here. I think 700 seems to be a line right here. And so we broke down underneath it, and now we're kind of pivoting back to it. And so I'd assume we go like this. I don't know for sure. Again, I'm not an investment professional, but I would assume that's a potential move. Guess I could try to short it. We have 23 minutes left, but it's just so choppy. I don't really trust it. We're green on the day though. Nvidia at 190s almost. I'm green in Oracle again. Oracle's almost at $200 a share. We bought that last week. Was it last week we bought Oracle? I think it was the week before last. Tesla at 455s ahead of its delivery numbers release in 20 minutes. We'll see what that looks like. Look at this break. I'm really thinking I should have shorted this more. We have the cushion to do it too. Let's see if we get a little pop up there. Dude. You hated when exactly what you said would happen would happen. All right, so South Korea's Lee seeks cooperation with China on AI and high technology. The news is so light right now, though. Rivian Q4 delivery showed up at 9,745. They expected 10,050. Production showed up at almost 11,000. Fiscal year delivery showed up at 42,247. They expected 42.5, so lower than expected for Rivian numbers here. And I wonder if that's a preview of what we're going to see for Tesla numbers today. Again, with Tesla delivery numbers here, we did get this estimate for numbers by Tesla. Tesla put out a consensus estimate. Even on Tesla's specific numbers, it did show a 15% year-over-year decline here if we actually look at it. So again, here's Tesla's deliveries. Tesla's own numbers that they put out showed a roughly 422,850 for Q4 is what they're expecting. 42,000 or 422,850, just under 423 right here. And so we'll see if we come in around these numbers. We got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes. What I'm wondering about is if Tesla put these numbers out, they effectively expect it to be a little bit higher than this, is what I'm assuming. So I do expect this to show up a little bit higher than these numbers. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I do expect this to show up a little bit higher. Just waiting for next year or next week. We actually have some data to come out. It's been boring. This week, last week. Last week we had GDP, but that's it. EMAs on the NASDAQ work well. The 200 exponential works really well. Again, here's Tesla at 455s. But yeah, the 200 EMA works really well. It's right here if you look at it. It's this blue line right here, 200 exponential, 200 exponential, 200 exponential. What you see a lot is pivots to those levels often. On a 1 minute chart specifically is what works the best for me when I watch it. But it's not perfect either. Anything might work, might not work in any moment in time. There's variance with a lot of it. So anything might work, might not work at any moment in time. There's just variance that occurs. What was the official S&P 500 closeout performance of 5? Let me check. All right, so the official closeout performance of 2025 for the S&P was, let me see. It closed up about 16.5%. 16.5% for the S&P on a price basis, about 17.9% if you include dividends or total returns. It's still a very good year versus average numbers in the S&P or the NASDAQ. S&P and NASDAQ usually average 9 to 10% on the year, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, depending on the cycle, but still a pretty good year, all things considered, for the S&P. Even with the recent pullbacks that we've made from all-time highs, the S&P and NASDAQ did close a little bit higher than normal. So yeah, 16.5% is what I'm showing. I might be wrong. Again, you guys can correct me if I am, but I'm showing 16.5%. Yeah. Yeah, so 16.5%. All right, so again, we got Tesla delivery numbers dropping in about 15 minutes. Pepe? Is Pepe going crazy? I don't know. I haven't looked at Pepe in a while. Earnings with good companies start January 13th. You can wait 10 days for good opportunities to show up. Show some patience. Yeah, I mean, we get earnings coming out. Earnings season can be wild too, though. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good. Again, Oracle still doing pretty good. Where's Silver out on the day? I know Silver was up We're gapping up a lot, but the last hour has been choppy. Hour and a half has been choppy in markets. Not a lot of range. Here's the range for the last hour. So, not the biggest range days. All right, guys. Tesla delivery numbers in about 15 minutes. We'll see what that looks like. You guys red or green so far today? Patient? Dr. John's here, you know. Again, Google very green on the day as well. Google had some news that they're emerging as a key focus amid broader AI investments and dynamics. Infrastructure companies like Vertiv and Arista, multiple analysts recommending Alphabet alongside other AI leaders. Berkshire Hathaway is acquiring an Alphabet stake while reducing Apple holdings. And Alphabet might be taking Nvidia as the world's largest company through custom TPU production for so far this year in 2026. So some optimism for Google. And if you look at Google, Google's had a great year. Honestly, for 2025, Google up to 313s. Very, very large percentage moves for Google. So Google's had some big runs this year. Green 1.2%. Green rather nicely. Green on Pepe. Green only one trade thus far, though. 500 to 700 Google by end of year. I don't know. That's such a big run. Maybe. It's possible for sure. It's definitely possible. Hey, what's up, Bruce? I haven't really started back trading jujitsu or trading jujitsu, but I'm close, man. My knee is basically healed. I just haven't been able to get into physical therapy, because it's been the holidays and I've been, doing stuff, and I haven't really had the time. But I'm almost back in there. I've gone trained a couple times. I gotta basically really, really slowly flow roll, and so I'm almost back in there. Tesla car company. I would say Tesla's a tech company per se, but I think it depends on how you look at it. All right, we're up to 25.7s again. I'm watching 25.7s. Again, usually we got some news to talk about. We got some news today. Did Nvidia really have that drop 43 minutes ago? Are you talking about this right here? Again, this is just a random order getting filled. It could be dark pool order getting filled, or it could be just random order getting filled at the price. It's not real price action. So you can see it on some platforms, probably not others, realistically here. All right, guys, we got 12 minutes. Yeah, all good, Kane. No worries. But yeah, is it a real order? Technically, yes, but it's not real price action. Look, I told you guys, I thought we would come down, reject off of this level. Look at that. I should have shorted it, but it's all right. So South Korea sticks to one China stance on Taiwan issue. Again, South Korea's Lee is seeking cooperation with China on AI and technology. Nasdaq did reject 700s again, which is, again, we talked about the 700 level right here. It's the level I wanted to short more. We're already green on the day, though. We have about 10 minutes until Tesla deliveries come out. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff's gonna have that like candles like this. Again, if you look at the time, we used to call it the 8 a.m. scrum, right? So this happened a little bit after 8, but some like you'll see this in some platforms. It doesn't mean it's real price action. It's not something that you should really worry about or focus on, I think. This year I managed to hit 100,000. Hey, nice. Okay, so here's the breakdown. We're getting close to this low level at 680. So I am watching for this low level at 680. I play Tesla short. Is that mad? I mean, I don't know if it's mad. I don't know if it's good. Again, Tesla put out their own consensus for deliveries this year. 422,850 is what number they showed up as. And so are we going to come in higher or lower than this number? I also asked people on the poll, will Bitcoin end? Where will Bitcoin end next week? 30% think 90 to 100,000. It was 30% think 90 to 100K. I don't know. Again, we did have some Palantir news earlier this morning as well. So Palantir receives a strong buy rating based on its 114 rule of 40 score, 121% year-over-year U.S. commercial revenue growth and rapid platform industrialization, with a number 2 buy rating from Zacks and an 88% rating under Validea's Twin Momentum Investor model. The Palantir, if you take a look at this morning, should have taken that short at 700s. Palantir went up, but it's kind of giving a lot of it back here. Oh, 180s. And here's Tesla. Still gotta wait for Tesla's deliveries to come out. Again, Bloomberg thinks they're gonna come in at 441. Tesla compiled, think right around 423. FactSet thinks Tesla's delivery numbers are gonna show up at 440,000. Bloomberg's consensus, again, right under 441. Technically 440,907. A lot of people think they're going to be a lot lighter than expected, though. And so I think, I don't know. Tesla put out 423. I'm assuming they put that because they think they're going to come in slightly better than that. And we'll see if that dynamic is right. I should have shorted this. Lee says confrontation with China not in South Korea's interests. Tesla will come in short but beat the analyst numbers. Well, the analysts, some analysts have it at like 440s. Tesla's own delivery consensus was 423, right? 422,850 is technically what it was. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. And I'm probably going to cover the deliveries real quick. But again, they're a little quiet right now. Tesla's Nasdaq's falling back down. If we take a look at Nvidia, it's pulling back too. I bought a little bit of Nvidia. I'll probably just take the rest. Go flat. Hasn't really done much. There's rumors that China's going to ban silver exports tomorrow, which would be today. And I don't know if that's going to happen, but there's rumors of it. All right, guys, we got 6 minutes until Tesla deliveries. But, pretty quiet day all around here this morning, though. All right, guys. So we have 5 minutes left until Tesla delivery numbers. Next week we do have payroll numbers going live. Silver spot in Japan is $130. Okay, here, hold on. Let me check something real quick. Okay. Again, silver's still up to almost $74 an ounce, and silver's made the crazy run. There's rumors that China's gonna start. See, I should have taken the short, man. I saw it. I talked about it. I even drew it out here. Under this, up to 700s, rejecting back down, breaking lows. I don't know whose fault it is. I missed it. It's definitely not my fault. I blame yeah, you guys. It's y'all's fault. Definitely not my fault. All right, guys. We got about 700 people here. That's something. Even though it's a very slow day. I think most people are still sleeping. I woke up this morning and I wanted to stay asleep. Should have stayed sleeping. Yeah, that $700 level, just a big psychological level markets have been reacting to all morning. So that's why we were looking at this 700 spot. Yeah, so the president suggested he will name the successor to the Fed chair early this year. We'll see what he does. He said the first week of January is when we'll know who the new Fed chairman is. So I'm curious. I think that'll affect markets a little bit more than normal just because the new Fed chairman is almost certain to be dovish, more dovish than the current one. The president last week reiterated criticism of Powell. But yeah, Tesla delivery numbers. This is the number we're looking at, 423,000 here. I'll put Tesla up prime and center. But again, here's the estimates. 423,000 is what we're looking at. Again, we have about 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. Again, will Tesla deliveries come in higher or lower than expected, chat? Let me know. It'll be a yes man. Naming the chair doesn't change a whole lot. Yeah, I mean, it's still a vote. It's still they have to vote on things, so it's still not going to be... It's not going to be the end-all, be-all, but it'll be something. Oh my gosh. Bro, I sometimes I'll select just the generic playlist that's not even mine. And they will just throw some rap in there. All right, guys, here we go. We got 2 minutes left until Tesla deliveries. All right, Tesla at 457s here. 457s. Put a longer term chart up here, maybe. Tesla deliveries expected at 423,000. 423,000. We'll see what the actual numbers show up as. All right, guys, get ready. Here we go. We got about a minute left. All right, Tesla just, it looks like the numbers are out. Tesla just spiked up to 485 here. 485. It looks like the numbers are at 458s, 457s for Tesla. I'm looking at the site. Okay, so Tesla. He said unsupervised FSD landing soon. Yeah, I don't see anything either, but Tesla just spiked. Maybe it's the FSD numbers. I assume they were out already. But yeah, I don't see anything yet either. When I check the website, I don't see anything either. Okay, here we go. Numbers came out. The numbers showed up at 406,000 for Model 3. Other models total was 418,227. Production numbers were 434. That's the numbers right there in chat. Again, Tesla numbers are out. 418,227 is what just showed up. 418,227. Yeah, so 418,227, so roughly 418K. 434,358 production numbers. So again, Tesla, it's reacting well to this though, which is, these are lower than even the ones they give us. But again, the Tesla deliveries are out. 418,227 is what we showed for deliveries. Production numbers showed up at, I'll put this number up on screen. They showed up at 434,000 for the total year of 2025. We saw 1,636,129 deliveries. But again, the delivery showed up at 418s. Again, their expectation was 423s. $418,227 deliveries, 434,358 production numbers. Yeah, those are bad. I mean, they're not good. I don't necessarily think these are good numbers here. It said again 434K roughly is what they showed up in production numbers. 418 vehicles and deliveries. So lower than expected for sure. Lower than expected. 418 deliveries. 434,000 production numbers. I mean, this is bad for Tesla. I would say it's lower than even Tesla's compiled consensus estimates. Again, you can see the consensus estimate right below me. It was at 423,000, roughly 422 to 423K. They ended up showing noticeably under that at 418,000. So they're so far reacting kind of neutrally to this, though. They're not really moving a lot. Like it was already priced in. Yeah, we'll see if the robot taxi numbers help this, but again, Tesla numbers weaker than expected. Again, I'll put these numbers up on the bottom of the screen, but they showed up at 418,000, 418K. You can give me a follow on x.com at beginner trades as well, and we cover a lot of the stuff. But yeah, Tesla deliveries, I'll put them up on scroller at the bottom of the screen here. Showed up at 418 versus 423 expected roughly. Lower than expected, weaker than expected. All right, guys. So Tesla actually starting to go well, though. It's at 459s right now for Tesla. So Tesla actually reacting fairly well to this. Yeah, Happy New Year's to all my friends here. I appreciate the love. We have next week. Public. Yeah, I'm probably gonna cut out of here early today, guys. Market's just kind of quiet. I'll probably cut out of here early today. And yeah, y'all have a great day. Again, if you want to check out Top Step, great way to help support the channel. No PDT in futures. You can day trade the S&P, NASDAQ, Dow, Russell, gold, commodities. Most day traders lose money. And so usually we'll stream a little bit more, but it's ghost week still. Market opens up back next week. We should have a little bit better volume. More people are going to be back to work and everything like that. So I'll see you guys next week. Yeah, y'all have a great day. Again, as soon as I close the stream, it'll bring you to tomorrow's stream. You want to check out Top Step, again, they are a sponsor of mine. You want to confirm it all with them. Can't guarantee anything. I'll put this link up. Great way to help support the channel. There it is right there. You can check it out. Give me a follow on x.com. I appreciate the love. And yeah, I'm going to cut out of here. Y'all be good. Have a great day.